So now we're back doing this annoying boss fight, but it's almost done. It's got like 2 or 3 minutes left. And the boss stopped using that fireball attack, so now it's back to the predictable pattern that it had at the start of the fight. So once again, everything has to explode in an anime-like fashion, and I actually leveled up during that boss fight. And I didn't think you could level up during boss fights before this, but I guess you can. So now we've brought Fontina back to Anthium, but in a few seconds we're going to discover that there's a problem with her. Because Fontina's glasses are broken, she's stuck in this like half sleep-induced state. And I don't wear glasses, so I don't know, but if people's glasses break, do you feel like tired because of that? Maybe people really do feel tired if their glasses are broken, but what I usually hear if people's glasses don't work or are broken is generally just headaches. But then again, I don't wear glasses or contacts, so I wouldn't know what it feels like to not have them on. So now we're going to go back to Musashi's house to heal his HP and MP because it doesn't take too much time and it doesn't cost any money. So the next destination is Wellspring Woods to actually repair Fontina's glasses, because we need an item from Wellspring Woods to repair them,
Musashi.
and we have to use the Sword of Earth to actually get it. This is the level up that I got during the Drill Golem boss fight, and it's a really good idea to level up the second you get it, because if you don't, you might forget. So the next ability that I'm trying to copy is Banishing Blade. And originally it was one of my favorite abilities, that and the X-Cross one.
A textbook rescue.
This mystic teaches that anthem, and she is one of the ones that's required to progress in the story.
Thanks.
This mystic isn't necessary for the story, and he doesn't really serve too much of a purpose. His job is to basically guard Benen's office, and he just stands outside of it with his little spear. And this is the item that we went all the way here for. This is a Lazalnut. With this item we can finally fix Fontina's glasses, but we have to carry it all the way back to the starting point of Wellspring Woods, which is pretty far. Oh, and if any of the enemies fall into water in this game, they die automatically. So I guess they can't swim. Despite this being another carry section, I'm a lot more inclined to believe this one, because this knight isn't going to move itself, but the maidens actually have legs and they can walk. And they always had the BS excuse that they were too tired or some shit like that. The reason I was a lot more cautious there is because I'm not sure that if I drop this down in the water, if I have to go all the way back to pick it up again. You have to head over to the blacksmith to actually fix Fontina's glasses, and they never really tell you this. And while you're over here, it's a good idea to temper Musashi's katana, which costs magic alloy. Now this time I'm only really heading over here to heal Musashi's MP, and only because it's really close. And now we're visiting the appraisal shop, and I'm visiting here because I need to actually get that lightweight strap appraised, because it's necessary for the story. And while I'm here, I also appraised the first item that I was supposed to appraise, which is that funky mask, and that allows you to see enemy HP. And you were supposed to get it appraised really early in the game, but if I had done that, that would have wasted time going up here. So I decided to wait until I had to appraise something that was necessary to advance in the story to get it appraised. So now Fontina has awoken because her glasses are back to normal. So now that Fontina's fully awake, the first thing we find out is that she's a pretty ungrateful bitch, and the first thing that she says is that you have chronic meddling syndrome. She says she should thank you, but she doesn't. Fontina also asks you not to meddle in the village affairs, but the Mystics would have no chance against Gandrake if you weren't there, so she should be pretty grateful. So now we have to talk to Fontina to figure out the Sword of Water's location so we can progress in the story.
Hey, what do you want?
Don't cop-a-tude.
I couldn't believe he really said that.
So, Asadero said you weren't sold on the idea of calling me.
That's right. I still believe we can take care of ourselves.
You really think so?
Yes, I do.
Then why the heck am I here?
Good question.
Come on, throw me a bone here. I just want to know where the Sword of Water is.
You just don't get it, do you? I'm going to get the sword and then rescue Princess Mycella.
Yeah, with no combat abilities whatsoever.
You're the one who doesn't get it. You honestly think you can pull that off? Gandrake will own you.
Agreed.
Do you have any idea how worried everyone was when you disappeared the first time?
I know. I've studied so hard for this for so long. But for what? What good is knowledge if it can't get us out of this mess?
Come